I did get my GT 500.
Oh God! Look here.
Congratulations.
Beautiful, man.
So this is here in my
Oh,
driveway.
God.
That is a sexy car.
Very sexy.
So I go to pick up this car yesterday, and all day, like I had appointments in the Twin Cities, about 2 hours away. The car's halfway between my house and the Twin Cities, at the dealer. And I'd put money down and reserved it, which was good because the guy actually walked in that morning to buy the car. And he saw it from the road. He's like, I'll buy it. And they're like, no, sorry, you can't, brother. And so thank God that I went in when I did. But so I go, and it was like, okay, well, Lady Raggets and I moved our schedules around so she could come with me so that she could drive our other car home and I could drive this car. And it's clear. It is fucking fine all day. All day. Roads are clear. It's overcast, but it's just overcast. Like there's no snow. There's nothing. Get to the dealership. Get everything done. As I'm leaving the dealership, I'm like, okay, well, looks fine. We'll drive. They're like, you sure you want to drive that thing? Because like it does not have winter tires on it. And it could be really dangerous. I'm like, roads are fucking fine. I don't care. Like I'm going to just drive this thing home and get home. I get about 20 miles from that dealership, and Drex can attest to this. The weather went south.
Instantaneous.
And it had rained on our county. So I get past this town called Atwater, which is that's like the first town in Candy, Ohio County where I live, as you're coming in on the highway that I was on. I go through Atwater, and I didn't know this. It had rained, and then it was snowing. And by the time I'm there, I'm like, okay, I have two options. I can turn around and try and drive back to the dealership in this shit, or I can just press on. Mm-hmm. But it's the same thing at this point. So I press on, and I'm driving 35 miles an hour.
That's black ice weather, man. That is really scary shit.
No one's behind me. No one's passing me. Everybody's going fucking slow because no one can drive fast. Lady Ragged's in a Navigator, just like a few cars up. She's going the same speed. It was one of the worst drives I've ever had in my entire life. I'm sitting there. My daughter's in the car too, because she wanted to ride in the new car. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, this is fucking terrifying. Wow. Driving this car like a grandmother. And I'm going uphill. I have my foot is not even on the accelerator, and there's no turn. It's completely straight. And my car just goes straight across the road and almost into the ditch. Where it ends up going, though, by sheer fucking luck or fortune or God or whatever, there's a driveway right there. And I made it right onto the driveway. But the snow's like fresh powder, and it's like 2-3 inches deep. And this car, you can't.
No.
There's no getting out of
no
2
way.
3 inches.
Yeah, it's like 2 inches off the ground, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, fuck.
Oh no.
Like I tried to get out for 2 seconds. I'm like, this isn't happening. So I call Lady Raggets, and I'm like, hey, I need you to turn around and come back and get our daughter. I got to wait for the tow truck. And so I call the tow company, and they're like, yeah, they'll be there in about 30 minutes. I'm like, whatever. And I'm sitting there, and the tow guy comes, and he's got one of those ones with a little like scoop that grabs the wheels.
Mm-hmm.
It's too low, man.
Yeah, he comes up and he's like, hey, I'll use my chain. I'll pull you out of the thing, and we'll get you straightened out. I'm like, cool. I told them, I'm like, you're going to need to bring a truck to bring my ass home, because I'm not driving this fucking thing anymore. You can't drive it.
Yep.
You can't drive it. And so I'm like, you need to bring me the rest of the way to the house. But he comes out with this thing, and he's like, he pulls me out, and he's like, I'll get you straightened out and get you on your way. I said, buddy, I'm not driving. The fuck are you talking about? He goes, yeah, that's probably a bad idea. I'm like, you'd be picking me up 2 seconds from now. Let's go. So then he called the guy with the flatbed. He was only 10 minutes away. And we got the car up on the flatbed. Everything's fine. There's no damage to the car. We had this beautiful break in traffic that we slid through. So that was nice, because it was fucking terrifying. I'm most concerned about my daughter. I'm like, of course.
Yeah.
Of course I'm going to get in a fucking accident. Never been in an actual accident my entire life. I'm gonna get in an accident when my kid's in the car.
Was she in front seat or
Wait,
back seat?
Drove off
Oh.
the lot. Like that is
Yeah.
so
Damn.
crazy. Now,
So fucking mad.
Nick,
Now, for everybody who wants to say whatever, this was not on the weather menu. None of this is supposed to happen. Spent all day driving. There was none of this. If I would have known if I would have even known there was snow, I would have left the car at the dealership and just picked it up on a dry day.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Of
not
course.
fucking stupid.
you're not
Yeah,
crazy.
it wouldn't even make any sense.
And people don't understand. Like, you can't drive these cars on ice, man. It's
No.
over. That shit's done.
There's
It's
some
over.
cars, these cars especially.
No
And
way.
I learned today, like, that you shouldn't even drive if it's under 40 degrees, even
No.
if it's dry. You shouldn't drive with the tires that I have.
Dude,
which
my
would have been nice to know.
car is sideways 90% of the time.
I
But-
did leave out that one part of the story. While I'm sitting there waiting for the second tow truck, a cop comes up
Oh.
Oh.
and he's just like, "Hey, man, I'm just here to admire your car. Don't see many of these around. This is cool." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." And then he goes and looks at the license plate, which is just a paper tag that says the name of the dealer on it, because they forgot to give me my temporary license
Oh
plate.
no.
And so then he comes back. He's like, "Did they give you that temporary license plate thing?" I'm like, "I think so." I start rifling through all the papers they gave me. I'm like, "Nah, man, they didn't." And he goes, "I don't care." He's like, just get it.
In a
You're
storm,
fine.
yeah, it's like
I mean, he knows, like, obviously it's from the dealership thing is still on
Yep.
there, but it was like, I was like, you know what? I told them that I was taking the car, but they just completely fucking forgot.
Mhm.
But yeah, but he was nice. He was pretty cool. Although I know he was taking mental notes. I'm guarantee you I'm gonna get pulled over by that man in the next 12 months.
of course.
Like he's gonna come up smiling. I'm just gonna say, "You got me." Budgeted that shit in already.